Welcome in. Welcome to today's Reiki by Request live stream. I'm just getting set up for today's session. We'll be getting started in just a couple minutes. Come on in and make yourself comfortable. Welcome. Getting started in just a couple minutes, just testing out some new settings today. Hello, Amiran. Good to see you. Let me know how the microphone sounds. I have it off to the side today for the first time. Let me know if it sounds as good and as sensitive as it usually is when it's close to my face. I hope you're having a great day so far today. We'll be getting started in just another minute. Come on in. Oh, Mirren, in need of some relaxation today. We've got you covered. Sounds good. Perfect. Hello, Green. Welcome in. All right. I think I'm ready to begin. I hope you're doing well today. Let me know in the chat how you're doing if you'd like to share. Let's get started with today's Reiki ASMR by request. I'd like to begin just by talking a little bit about what the session is, and then we'll get started. For today's live stream, our goal is to relax. As we move incrementally into a space of healing together. Hello, Green. Oh, so cute. Let me see if I can get down there. Molly, thank you for gifting the pinned gift. I was just about to explain how gifting the pinned gift works. Give me just a moment to explain that. So cute. Thanks for following. Thank you for the roses. During today's live stream, we just relax and settle in together on a journey of healing with Reiki. If you'd like to make a personal request for a Reiki healing during the session, you can gift the pinned gift for today. Today it is kitten kneading, and it's so cute. Please do gift the pinned gift if you'd like to make a personal request today, but it's not necessary. Thank you, Dis, for the disco love. Anyone can receive Reiki, no matter what the request is, or what the intention or theme is for a healing. To receive Reiki, just open to receive and accept the flow of healing energy. My name is Jen. I'm a certified Reiki master teacher. Hello, Tammy. Hello, Kelly. Say hello in the chat if you're just joining. Let me know how you are today. We're about to begin the session. Perfect, Cindy, welcome. We do have a request to get us started this morning or this afternoon. Molly, if you have a request you'd like to make, let me know in the chat what you're looking for today. It's not necessary though. You don't need to make a request by gifting the pinned gift. It's up to you. You can make your request anytime during the live. For anxiety, perfect. Let's begin. As we come into a shared space, we just allow ourselves now to relax. Allowing ourselves to arrive now into this present moment. For this healing for anxiety, I'd like to focus on the breath. If you're able to do so, maybe closing your eyes here, resting your eyes. It's all right. Thank you for following. Welcome in. Beginning with the eye space. Closing your eyes if you can. Or maybe just softening your gaze. Letting your eyes and your gaze be soft and easy. As we feel the tension begin to drift away from behind the eye space. Melting. Thank you for following. Thanks for joining the fan club. Welcome. Letting that softness now that resides behind your eyes begin to spread through the back of the mind like an ink spill that pours itself toward the back of the mind space. Filling the mind with calmness and ease. Just letting the weight of the back of the mind drop. Dropping the weight of the mind through the back of the cranium, feeling that release as you let go of the tension that flows from behind the eyes down through the back of the mind. Let it drip down the neck. Right there. Good. Let's hold that tension now, just for a little while in the back of the neck. Letting that tension and anxiety pool. We're going to bring attention now to our breath to move the tension out right here behind the head, right into the nape of our neck, okay? Bringing attention now to our breathing. As we breathe in through the nose, if you can, and out through the mouth. Let's do that again. Gathering prana through the nose. And exhaling through the mouth like a giant sigh. Good. Logan, I'd like to answer your question in just a moment. Let me write it down. Thank you for your question. We'll get to it next. Inhaling through the nose, gathering that gentle pranic energy. And exhaling through the mouth like a sigh. Good. Keep breathing just like that. And on your next inhalation, imagine the breath journeying behind the eyes, pulling down the back of the mind, and spiraling at the nape of the neck. Good, holding the breath there, letting it circulate, and as you exhale, imagine the breath now capturing the tension as it pours out through the mouth. A giant sigh of release. Let's try that breath a few times, inhaling through the nose, imagining its journey, holding the breath in the nape of the neck, and letting go of that tension through the mouth. Good. Several more breaths just that way. Let's do one more together, just like that. Watching the breath. Good. Returning now to your normal rhythm of breath. And just noticing how it feels to breathe. Allowing the body to breathe fully, as if breath is a cool sip of water. Hi, Susan. You know when you're parched and you take that first sip of cool water, you can feel it moving through the mouth, through the back of the neck, into the chest, down into the belly, as it relaxes and cools. Oh, I think I know who you mean by Ashley. She's amazing, but I don't know her. I enjoy her Reiki so much. Thanks for following. Good. I'd like to use a little selenite next, Molly, just to help to guide some clearing of the tension surrounding you a little more. Jamel, no, my name was never Reiki ASMR on YouTube, but I do post under the hashtag of Reiki ASMR. Using some selenite here. I think you can see the texture of the selenite in this shot. I want you to take a look at how each ridge, so small, creating this very delicate texture on the specimen of selenite. Long and striated, fine texture. I want you to imagine the muscles of the body just like that, from crown to toe tips. And as you bring awareness back to the breath, imagine the breath moving through each ridge, each striation, breath carrying with it a luxurious calmness. Good. Letting that cooling selenite energy roll through. And it's all right for you to let go of your worries and fears. Do let us know in the chat what time it is there. Directing the breath now exactly where you feel tension in the body. Letting that breath pool there. You know where the water pools at the bottom of a waterfall. And the waterfall is so hectic and rushed, full of froth and bubbles and sound. And then somewhere near the bottom of that waterfall is a still pool of water. After the chaos comes a calmness, a still space, bringing that sensation to the body now. Thank you so much for the hand art. I want to bring in the second selenite wand just to do a little bit of clearing of energy that's ready to move. Letting go of that tension. Releasing what no longer serves you. It's all right. Good. Just releasing, letting it go, letting it drip away. Hello. Remind me if your name is Annalise. I know it's Anna something. I'm glad you're here. Good. go ahead and allow yourself relaxation. It's all right. Good. Thank you so much for the hanging lights, Amir. Annabelle, welcome in. Good. Just want to finish with a little specimen of selenite, smoothing through the aura, moving through the body with tenderness, releasing. Thank you for following. For new followers, welcome. Molly, thank you for that request. Just settling anxiety, that felt so nice. Let me know in the chat how that opening healing felt for you. You're welcome. Whether you're Molly or anyone, if you'd like to make a request during this session, you can gift the pinned gift for today, which is a very cute one. It's called Kitten Kneading. Perfect. I'm so glad, Christina. Welcome in if you're just joining. We've just begun our Reiki ASMR healing by request for today. All right. If no one has another request, I'm happy to do a little bit of an intuitive Reiki journey next. Let's see what comes to mind. Perfect. Let me grab some clear quartz. I want to do a little clear quartz cleansing. We'll do the cleansing of some energy centers through the body. Just getting rid of that energetic garbage next. Thank you, Ray. Kurtz, that's a great idea. I love the idea of affirmative language. Language means a lot to me too. Let me grab some clear quartz and we'll move into the next Reiki experience. I also want to say, before we do, that I have a subscriber-only Reiki healing circle on the 1st of every month. Our next one is October 1st. And here at TikTok, they just changed subscribers to super fans. And I'm not quite sure what that means yet for anything. I've tried to figure it out, but it looks like now all super fandom is $9.99 a month, which is a bit steep. But if you would like to join us, it is worth your while to become a super fan. Right now we're at 21 subscribers, I guess, or super fans. Let me know if you have any questions in the chat. Also, someone asked a question earlier about how you become a Reiki master. If you're still here, let me know, and I'll be happy to answer your question. You may not be here anymore, that's all right. All right. I'd like to use this clear quartz next. I'll be using it to, just to clear away any energetic debris. I'd like to roll this clear quartz through the energy bodies, and we'll see what needs some clearing out. Clear quartz is a universal healer. Thank you for the follows. Give me a minute here. There it is. Sensating now into the energy centers of the energy bodies. As we scan through the physical energy body first, rolling this soft and gentle energy through from crown to the tips of your toes. The clear quartz energy travels exactly where it's needed, illuminating that space with a crystal clear light. Thanks for following. Appreciate it. That's so sweet. Thank you, Metal. I'm going to pin that because that makes me feel really good. Thank you. Following the movement of this clear quartz as it moves exactly where it's needed. Just noticing where that is. Thanks, Izzy. Appreciate it. What was loud? My voice. I have a new microphone set up, so I'm not sure if it's too loud. Let me know. Following the movement of this clear quartz as it moves through the physical energy body. Oh, interesting. Yes, if you'd like to make a request today, you can gift the pinned gift. For this session today is kitten kneading. Absolutely. Oh, good, Amiran. Thank you for letting me know. Good. Clear and cooling quartz light, pooling exactly where it's needed in the body. Good. Allowing it to gather right there. Good. Thank you for letting me know. Perfect. Moving next into the emotional energy body. I'll be using a different piece of quartz, still clear quartz, for some energy body work. As we move into the center of the energy body, the heart, we take our time first directing the breath into the heart space. Isabel, thank you for the roses. Appreciate it. Go ahead and breathe consciously into the heart space. And feel the heart begin to open like a rose or a lotus. Thank you. As you breathe into the heart, watch as that heart blossom spins with breath. Thank you, that's so sweet. Appreciate it. You can imagine a rose or a lotus flower just spinning, taken by a wave of breath. As it spins, that tension of the heart releases, spilling out of the petal, flying away. Right there, through the heart. Thank you for the gifts. Appreciate it. And taking our time always with the heart. And bringing that balm of compassion, softness, tenderness. It's all right. Drinking that tenderness into the heart, filling it with that compassionate love. Filling the heart with tenderness. It's all right. Oh, Erin, I must have missed your comment. Thank you. Thanks for stopping in. Metal, just relax. As we breathe into the emotional energy body, I want you to say a word and hold it in the heart. That word is allow. 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 Letting that word reverberate through the heart's cathedral. And as it echoes through each chamber, I want you to allow the heart to feel whatever is there. If it gets a little sticky, just breathe into the heart space, letting the heart know it's all right, it's safe. Good, so good. Perfect. Hold on. My back is getting a little stiff there. That's it. Letting that cool, crystalline light move through each chamber of the heart, driven by that sacred word, allow. 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 Megan. Oh, let me see. It's so cute. Thank you so much for gifting the pinned gift for today. It's so cute. Megan, let me know if you have a request for today's live stream. If so, you can put it in the chat anytime. Give me a moment. I need to take off my sweater. I'm getting overheated here. All that work in the heart space is really moving that energy through. Letting that work settle. Always gentle and ginger with the heart. Good. Intuitive, okay. That was so adorable. Thank you so much. OMG, if you want to let me know in the chat if you have a request, please do anytime during the live stream. All right. There were 2 more energy bodies I wanted to do with the clear quartz, but we can circle back to it after our next requests. Thank you for the tiny diny and love. So cute. All right, give me just a moment here. I'm going to make a note to remember to circle back. All right. Thanks, Eric. Appreciate it. Coming up next, I would like to get to Megan's request. She had a request for an intuitive healing. Thank you so much for tapping the screen and helping me reach my goal of 50,000 likes. Appreciate it. All right. Oh, thanks, Ava. I can't help but smile when someone brings attention to smiling. All right. OMG, let me know in the chat if you have a request. If not, that's okay too. Let me sit for a moment and see what comes to mind for Megan, and we'll get started. Something did just come to mind. It's a crystal energy. Give me, oh, thank you, OMG. I appreciate it. So cute. Lucy, thank you for the kitten. Jamel, I'm glad you're here. Just relax. Lucy, let me know in the chat if you have a request for the live stream. Thank you for the gift. All right, let me grab the crystal for Megan and we'll get started. Brain fog, got it, Lucy. All right. Our next request for this session is an intuitive healing for Megan. Megan, the crystal that came to mind is this one here. Isn't this a beautiful specimen? Look at the colors of teal, gray, and cream. The marbling and the splotches here of dark black, dark navy. I love it. This crystal is called azurite malachite. It's a mosaic crystal, so it combines the crystals together. Let's explore this crystal and see what it brings in this moment. Every time I handle this crystal, I think of a map. You can see why. It almost looks like a map, doesn't it? With bits of land and sea, and some kind of an outlined guide through navigating space and time. This energy suggests that you're on a journey. A journey of exploring who you are. I do have a YouTube. Yes, you can click on my profile picture here and you can see all my links for social media and also Reiki that I offer one-on-one if you're interested in that sort of thing. Azurite malachite has the uplifting and airy energy of azurite, grounded in the heart with the energy of malachite. This energy is one of fostering a deep sense of self, of finding the self in a vast world full of confusing roadmaps, and of being unafraid, of digging deep into who we are in this moment. Just allowing that. Staying curious and open. Embracing a journey that is sometimes unpredictable. And celebrating each discovery along the way. This energy is also one of the ego. Hello, Ray. Oftentimes we position the ego as something to throw off like a coat and leave behind in a puddle of mud and trample upon it. In our cultures, we often think of ego as something that is a negative burden, but this energy is one that places ego right in the center. Not ego as in an inflated sense of self, but ego as a sense of self, a pure sense of self. I am. I am. And then you follow that affirmation with a sentiment of gratitude. I am finding who I am and how I am. I am grateful and thankful for this journey. I am. Thank you, Griselle. Appreciate that. And now you fill in the rest of the words of this affirmation. I am. And let whatever words come to mind sing through the heart. So cute. Thank you so much for the united heart, Griselle. I am. Let it sing. And it doesn't have to be all positive. Maybe a word comes to mind that you don't really like. I am stubborn. Whatever it is, let it sing like a song on a breath and let it go. It's all right. The self is in this roadmap. Intricate, undecipherable. Let it be. It's all right. I am. Breathe it in and let it go. Smooth and easy. Good. Always changing. Always moving. Each articulation worthy of love. Doesn't matter. Each articulation worthy of love. I love that. Thank you so much for your request, Megan, for an intuitive healing today. That was a nice journey. I loved that. Let me know in the chat You're welcome. Hello, Busy. Welcome in. Good to see you, my friend. Let me know in the chat where that azurite malachite led you, if you'd like to share. Coming up next, we have a request from Lucy. Lucy is looking to address some brain fog. Alex, that's all right. Just allowing sensation to come and go. Sensation lets us know, or more like remember, that we're alive. Sometimes we forget what that means. It comes with all kinds of sensations, positive and also challenging. All right. Let me sit for a minute and see what comes to mind for Lucy's request for brain fog. Give me just a moment and we'll get started. All right, I had an energy come to mind. Let me go ahead and find my labradorite. That's going to be our next crystal energy for the session. Just one moment. I'm so glad you're here, Grisel. Welcome. Thank you for tapping your screen. We're at 30K likes. I have a goal today for 50K likes, so thank you for your support. All right. I have two specimens of labradorite. I have this one, which is my sphere. And I also have an oval specimen, which I did not want to use for this. You can see the labradorite specimen right there. Do you see it? Captured in the sphere. It has this teal color, iridescent. And it's surrounded like a halo by this golden crown of light. Can you see that? The light is hitting it just right. When it comes to labradorite, I think it's always important to just sit in that energy for a moment. It tells you what you need to know about the stone. What's the first thing that comes to mind when you take in that iridescence of labradorite? Does anything come to mind for you? Something always comes to mind for me. The aurora borealis, says Moonchild. A dragon scale from Dragon Tales. Magic, when that's exactly what I think, as well as magic. That's always my first thought. Good. I always think magic too. Magic, not like something esoteric or scary because it's unknown. Thank you. Thank you for the masquerade, Busy. That was so cool. A mirror to the self. I love that. But magic as in confronting what we know, but remembering the innate magic of it. It's a feeling of joy. And Lucy, you may be wondering, what does this have to do with brain fog? Let me bring it back to that and let's explore it. Labradorite is an energy of imagination. It suggests that the blockages and the fogginess of the mind are born from stagnation of creativity. This Labradorite energy seeks to illuminate. Oh, hold on a minute. I have to solve a TikTok puzzle here to stay alive. All right. Let me find that again. There it is. Perfect. In order to release the fog and the bogginess of the mind, we enter the mind space like a Victorian foggy day. Gripped in one hand, we hold a candle. The candle burns with a teal iridescent light, surrounded by a golden halo. And it flickers through the fog as our shoes clack on the cobblestone street. We notice that everywhere our candlelight moves, the fog pulls away. That candlelight is the light of creative energy, the imagination. Nothing crazy. Imagination is just a feeling of wonder. Embracing a delight of the mind. Letting your mind feel delighted, joyous, and letting your imagination free, flickering like that candle as it moves through the fog, casting a luminous teal light and a golden halo. Imagine that light moving through the mind. You can see the light isn't very strong. It's subtle, beautiful, strong but soft, magical. Let it wind through the mind. Its gentle heat like candle flame, dissipating the fog like tendrils melting and evaporating. a candle that never burns out. You walk through each cobblestone street. As you enter the street, you notice you can hardly see from all the fog. But as you move step by step, holding this iridescent candle before you, you notice that your vision clarifies. The street and the people on it, the buildings, shimmer in a gentle teal iridescent light. Let that energy move through the mind. That's it. Allowing that fog to, what's the word I'm looking for? What word do you think of that isn't dissipate? When you think of the fog on these streets lifting, let me know if anything comes to mind. Evaporating, clearing, yes. Moving, changing. I want to say the word wisping, but that's not a word. Wisping. Wisping away. Yes, bringing more focus, ascending, rising up and out of the mind. Beautiful. Ascending, free, rolling away, rolling. Perfect. I love that. Letting that Labradorite energy settle like a veil over the mind. Soft as gossamer, gently bright with a golden halo. Letting the mind move. Good. I love that. Thank you for your request, Lucy. Oh my goodness, my phone almost fell over. I loved that. Thank you so much for your request for brain fog. My husband always says that I have the reflexes of a cat. So it served me well in that moment. Perfect, Lucy. Good. I hope it helped. All right. If you would like to make a request During this session, we have about an hour left of the live stream. Although I keep leaning forward and my back is starting to hurt, I have a new setup, so let's see if I can fix that. Make it a little easier for me to sit. I'm getting old. Oh, you did, Miss Becca. And Melissa as well. I must have just missed that. Let me write you down. Becca and Melissa, thank you for gifting the pinned gift today. Yup, I have my eyes closed there. Let me know in the chat, Becca and Melissa, if you would like to make a request today. I'm happy to get to one of those next. Thank you for tapping your screen. We're 10K taps away from 50K likes. Thank you so much. Becca, something intuitive for you today. Let me write that down. And Melissa is feeling a little bit sad. You don't know the reason. Something uplifting. All right, let me write that down. Yes, an energy just came to mind for you. Also, Becca, something just came to mind for you too. Hold on. All right. Perfect. George, I'm so glad. Welcome in. Glad you're here. All right, let's get started with our next two requests. Our first one is from Becca, who is looking for something intuitive. Thank you for the hand heart, Angie. And another crystal energy came to mind. It is green opal. Let me go ahead and grab that, find it, and we'll get started. All right. I don't know if you know this, but my daughter's name is Opal. And so I really love opals so much. This is the energy that came to mind for me, for you, Becca. This is a green opal. And I know what you're thinking. It doesn't look like an opal. When we think of opal, we often think of something incredibly iridescent, just bespeckled with iridescence, right? There are so many kinds of opal, which is why I love it so much. Green opal is a very grounding and kind of drab-looking specimen. I think it's beautiful, though. Green opal is really good for physical ailments of the eyes, also the respiratory system. But the reason that I was called to it is because green opal is sometimes called the stone of hope. So letting that word situate inside the energy bodies. Good. Relax, Jennifer. I'm glad you're here. Let's hold that word, that concept, letting it nestle into the energy bodies, holding it. The word is hope. And as we hold that concept near, we let all other related words and concepts that came to mind go. Letting everything else fall away as it comes. And just holding that hope all alone in the energy bodies. And observing the movement as it slowly makes its way through the energy bodies and all of the space between. Thanks, Ramira. That's really sweet. Appreciate it. As we hold on to that word, hope, we allow this green opal energy to begin to expand through the energy bodies. This energy encourages a deep strength. Not the kind of strength that we see with other crystals like tiger's eye, for example, or red jasper. Red jasper brings like a physical strength. Tiger's eye brings like a courageous lion-like strength. But this green opal brings an inner strength, the kind of strength that allows you to journey deep within, excavating forgotten strengths, like in archaeologist. What is it called when you are looking for dinosaur bones? A paleontologist, like that. Those old bones, those old strengths, unearthing them like a paleontologist. Moving deep into the energy bodies, guided by hope, we begin excavating. And this image comes to mind. You know those little brushes that paleontologists use when they find a specimen, and they get in there with a very small and gentle brush, and they begin that fine work of not only excavating the bone, but getting into each intricacy of it, dusting it off. That's exactly it. That's the image. As you excavate those forgotten or hidden strengths, gentleness, exactly. Gentle with that soft brush, kicking up dust. Guided always by hope that is grounding, rediscovering that you are strong, so strong. Not strong like red jasper. Red jasper will bring you like a Brutus kind of strong. Was that his name from Popeye? Not strong like Tiger's Eye. That will bring you like a Rocky Balboa kind of strength. This green opal delivers a strength that is deep, deep within. You may be the only one who ever feels that whole strength as it permeates and loops through, excavating into the deepest recesses and discovering a strength ancient like dinosaur bones. So embedded that it's become part of the fabric of who you are, part of your soul's journey. Dusting off those bones of strength and just allowing yourself to feel that inner strength. What's another word for strength I can use there? A word is bubbling up, but I can't quite get it. Say like valor, but that's not it. It's that deep inner strength, something so deep and innately you that's been buried. Resilience is good. Victorious. That fortitude. All good words. Thank you. Feeling that majesty of your innate strength. It may be a strength of vulnerability. I know we don't often pair our concept of strength with such softness, but let's try it on. That true strength. Not hard, but soft, tender, vulnerable, and true. Thank you for following. Gentle strength, exactly. That's exactly it. Good. Letting that green opal energy settle. Letting it arrive, paired with that hope, never losing sight of that hope. You're welcome, Becca. I hope that helped you and supported you and buoyed you. Thank you for your request. Thank you all for tapping the screen. We're almost at 50K. I appreciate that. We do have another request from Melissa. If you'd like to make your own request, you can gift the pinned gift for today, which is kitten kneading, and it's very cute. Thank you to all who have gifted today the pinned gift. I go live on this account on Mondays and Wednesdays from 2 to 4 Eastern Time. You can check my profile here, and I have my live stream times right in the description on my profile in case you need to find it. I also have a second account, which is traditional ASMR, not Reiki though. And that is at Evening Springtime ASMR. If you're interested, this little guy is so cute. Thank you so much, Angie. I just wrote your name down, Angie, if you'd like to. Beautiful. I've never seen that forest elf ash. That is very amazing. That one really resonates because it almost looks like some of the journeys I've taken you on when we're in the forest with the forest imagery. It's perfect. If you've seen my healings for ash specifically, it's oftentimes about the forest, so that's perfect. Angie, let me know in the chat if you have a request for today. There's no pressure. If you don't, it's all right. But if you would like to make one, please do. And thank you for helping me reach my goal for gifts. Also, we just reached 50K likes. If you are in the fan club, please put some emojis from our fan club in the chat to celebrate 50K likes. Thank you so much. You should be able to find our team's emojis. Yeah, here they come. I love that. Perfect. Thank you. Celebrating that. Thanks for all your support. Appreciate it. All right. I love that. I love to see those emojis. So cute, Kelly. Yay. A little quirky. Adorable. Thank you so much, Kelly. Appreciate that. It's a cute one. Hey, Jared. Coming up next, we have a request from Melissa, who's feeling sad today and doesn't know why. And I had energy come to mind right away. Jared, I'm doing okay. Not too bad. How are you doing today? Give me a moment to get that ready and we'll get started. So I wanted to use a little sound healing and then a crystal energy, but if you could tell me, Melissa, which one of these sounds resonates with you more, because I actually want to use them both, but I'm not sure which one is calling. Here's the first one. It's a Tibetan hand chime. Just listen. That's the first one. And the second one is a metallic singing bowl. Just listen to this one. One of them is high and crisp, and the other one is like a moderate deepness and resonant. Let me know in the chat which one you liked better, and we'll use that to start. Meanwhile, I'm going to grab the crystal that came to mind. Hold on. Thank you, the bells, the first one. Okay, good. I'm letting Melissa decide because it's her request. So thank you for everyone who weighed in. We'll be doing the Tibetan hand chimes. All right, this is a request for Melissa today. Angie, we just did some work on ego with azurite malachite. You can watch the rerun of today's live stream on my YouTube channel tomorrow. Fast forward to about halfway through this session and you'll find a healing there for ego that will serve you quite well. Perfect. Oh, Angie, you're making a request. I get it. We can do another one for ego too. No, I'm not sick. When I have energy move through with Reiki, I always get some kind of coughing. It's just sensation moving through. That's often how it manifests for me. Angie, we'll do a different healing for ego coming up next. Absolutely, Abby. I'll be happy to do that after this next request if you want to stick around. Also, if anybody in the chat can help out Abby until then about what is Reiki before I get to it next, that would be helpful too. Feel free to chime in. A lot of you know how I explain Reiki when people ask in the chat, so feel free to add your expertise if you have some. All right. This next healing is centered on sadness. And whatever this next healing brings, I'm definitely feeling a buildup of energy needing to be cleared. So hopefully this will bring you what you need. I'd like to begin this part with using a Tibetan hand chime. And the reason I'd like to use this is to invoke a feeling of, let me think of the word, abruptness. Almost like an abrupt separation from one thing to the next. So when you hear the sound of the chime, try to imagine that there is like a separation happening. My goodness. Wow. Let's give it a try. As you hear the chime, imagine that there's a separation rising between the emotion that is very challenging, like sadness, and other things. So we're sort of isolating that emotion. If you're wearing headphones, you might turn the volume down because it can be unpredictable. letting that sound resonate, letting it find its way. As it brings that energy of separation. Good. No, it doesn't hurt at all, Mills. I always take it as a sign, or maybe a symptom of a powerful wave moving through, of energy clearing. Good. Next, I'd like to bring in one of my favorite crystals ever. This may be my favorite. If you've been watching me for a little bit, even on my old account, this is probably my number one crystal. This is lemon quartz. Let's just spend a moment with this crystal energy. Observing how this lemon quartz feels, what it brings. It is so juicy, Kiki. It always reminds me of, like, I don't know if you remember these old candies, but when I was young, my sister and I would walk to a candy store down the street with change that we would find in the couch cushion. And I would get a box of lemon heads. And they were hard candies, and I would suck it down until it got past the outer shell. And then I would take it out and look at it and hold it up to the sun. And it looked just like this. Let me see, hold on. Citrine and lemon quartz, they do look a bit different. Citrine has more of a golden color. Almost like toasted. Lemon quartz is lemony. Hello, welcome in. I'm using this lemon quartz. I don't know, I'm feeling a lot of movement here. I'm using this lemon quartz because it is the energy of happiness. Mariposa, I don't have anything wrong. It's just the movement of energy. It always happens when I do Reiki. Sensation is completely natural. It's just energy awakening and letting you know when something is powerful or moving through. Lemon quartz is an energy that magnifies happiness, bringing delight. Wonderful cherry, welcome. You might wonder, as I often do, what even is happiness? I once taught a class called Happiness. And it was interesting because everyone has a different concept of what happiness means. It isn't as simple as it seems. For me, happiness means wellness, feeling well. And for me, that means feeling balance in my bodies, a feeling of equilibrium. That feeling doesn't wash away the sadness. You can keep it if it's there. Nothing to change. Nothing to fix. Just allowing whatever's there to be. What I would like you to do, though, as you carry whatever it is that you're carrying, I'd like you to turn your face and lift the chin to the sun. Even if there's no sun in real life, the metaphorical sun. Just turn your face and lift your chin. And close your eyes if you can. Holding whatever you're holding, whether it's sadness, whether it's longing or confusion, whether it's exhaustion or overwhelm, anxiety, anger. Turn your face and lift your chin. Close your eyes if you can and feel the warmth of the sun as it shines down onto your face. Exhaling and accepting that warmth, radiant, easy light. Exhaling and letting go of your worry, just allowing whatever you carry to be. Allowing whatever you feel to be. It's all right. You turn your face to that sunlight, and it moves from the face down to the chest. It moves from the chest down into the belly. It moves from the belly down into the pelvis. And it runs down the legs and into the earth. Pure happiness, wellness, balance, a feeling of safety from warmth. It rushes into the crevices that feel cold inside. Do you love this lemon quartz? It is so wonderful. I love it. It's amazing. Always sun somewhere on the cloudiest of days. Always waiting behind the cloud. When you're ready, there's no rush. Nothing to change. Nothing to fix. Just tilting your head and lifting your chin and allowing the sun to shine. Sensation is all right. Sadness is sensation. Everything is. All things change with time. Just allow sensation to come and go. Meanwhile, appreciating the warmth and the joy and the balance of the metaphorical sun as it washes through. I would say like a golden shower, but that is, well, we don't want to conjure that imagery. But kind of like that, you know what I'm talking about, like a warm rain. Lemony bright and easy. Cause do you know what I mean? Letting that lemon quartz court you like a gentle kiss of sunshine right on your cheeks. Do you ever feel that sensation when you turn your face to the sun and it's like your cheekbones feel it first? And there's little round bits of sunlight winding through your cheekbones, and it feels so nice. You're welcome. Good. Thanks for following. Thank you so much for your request, Melissa. Just allowing whatever it is that you feel, allowing it, watching it move and change, letting it go when the time is right. It's all right. Being gentle and tender with yourself. Thanks again for your request. We have one more request for the session today, and that is from Angie, looking for some attention for the ego. If you were on the live stream earlier, we did one with this, focused on the ego. This is Azurite Malachite, but let me sit with Angie's request and see what comes to mind. I recommend for migraine? Perfect, cuz. Thanks for subscribing. So for a migraine, I recommend doing what seems really difficult at times. I used to be a migraine sufferer too. And something that worked for me was allowing the migraine. I know that sounds weird. And you ask yourself, like, how do I allow something that is so painful? Whether it's a migraine or heartbreak or grief or whatever it is. Honestly, that's the only thing that has ever worked for me. And it does take practice. But something that I would recommend is, when we feel, sorry, I'm about to talk for like the next 2 minutes, so just give me a moment here. Whenever you feel sensation that is painful, hurting, uncomfortable, one of our first reactions is to run away, retreat, push it, get out of that room, right? One thing that I found for myself, and maybe this resonates with you, is that when I can relax into that room, that space, and when I can allow whatever it is, a panic attack. I used to have a panic disorder for about 20 years, and it was always paired with a migraine, with aura, and I actually lost my vision a couple times because it was so bad. The only thing that ever helped me was allowing myself to stay in it, relax into it, and allow it without trying to fight. We have this inclination to always be at war with what doesn't feel good. It was only when I was able to stop fighting. Hold on, my music stopped, I think. Alright, my iTunes just crashed. Interesting that would happen right now, isn't it? Right when I'm talking about this, the music crashes. I think that's interesting. Let me see. Yeah, it's completely crashed. Alright, we'll go with it. It's just to allow it. Surrendering. Not with the fear is that it's never going to change. If I surrender or I give in, I'm weak. It's going to be that way forever. I'm never going to heal. I'm never going to get better. That's the fear. But I have found myself that isn't what manifests. Oftentimes what manifests is a freedom. It may be different for you, I'm not sure, but that would be my recommendation. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk today. All right, Angie, I've got your request, and as you could see, I really struggled with this one. First, fire quartz came to mind. That didn't feel quite right. And then flower agate came to mind. That was a little bit closer, but not right. But then it was moss agate. So give me a minute, and we'll explore how this can connect to your exploration of ego. All right. This does seem like a bit of a strange crystal to use when it comes to ego. It is your favorite crystal, Angie? Really? Interesting. It's your favorite. Oh my goodness. I'm just curious. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I'm wondering, what is it about moss agate that really, that makes it your favorite? I'm just curious to know, because it's strange that this is the one that's like, it's this one. Just let me know. No pressure if you'd like to. I'm just curious for myself. Let's begin with this moss agate. traditionally, moss agate is always first and foremost an energy of grounding. It's like that big forest energy. It's like finding yourself under a canopy of trees, caught in a breeze, a zephyr, as it rolls through the forest around you, jostling the leaves. You know, when you breathe in that forest environment and you're like, I've never felt more oxygenated in my life. Do you know what I mean? That's the energy that I wanted to bring with this. Oxygenation. That moment when you breathe in, right in the middle of a zephyr that is tearing through the forest. You know, the branches are moving and swaying, and the scent of the leaves, the scent of the bark is just cascading into the lungs. That's what I'm looking for. This moss agate is one that encourages you to open and oxygenate the energy bodies. What does that have to do with the ego? The first thing that comes to mind is that you're standing there in the middle of that canopy of trees as that zephyr breezes through, and you resist taking that breath. This energy invites you to open to that redolent, rich, earthy, soily, I want to say leafy. There must be a word for that. When you breathe in, petrichor. That petrichor essence of deep earth. That's it. This suggests that your relationship with the ego is one of resistance. What happens when you're not oxygenated is, I want to say decay, but that's not it. Atrophy. That's what it is. When you just stop growing because you're afraid of what the ego brings. Fear of who you are. This moss agate encourages you to take a deep breath right in the middle of the forest. And of course, the forest here means the landscape of who you are. Right in the middle of that forest canopy. Right as the zephyr is passing by, rustling the trees. You oxygenate, taking in who you are without fear, loving and embracing, letting the lungs expand with fresh petrichor energy. What is that? It's like that wet, redolent, soily fragrance of old forest, the core of who you are. Taking it in, letting it permeate. Don't be afraid to be who you are, embracing every piece. Ego is just a human way of navigating a space, a compass in a third dimensional reality of of uncertainty. Let ego be a compass, a guide. Let it change and move like the wind. No need to resist who you are or try to change it, or close your mouth and nose when the breeze comes through. Open your mouth, open your nose, open your lungs and breathe it in. It's all right for you to be on this journey. Let that breath navigate you home. Out of the woods, out of the forest, and back home. Following the compass of who you are in this moment. Nothing to be ashamed of. Nothing to fear. Just human, using the tools that we have to navigate a world that is obscure. That's all the ego is. Let it be. I think that's the message that moss agate has for the ego. I think we found it. It is unlikely, but it makes sense since this is your favorite crystal. It took us a little while to get there, and the music stopped, and I can't get it to start again, so this has been an interesting session. Let me know how that moss agate arrived for you. Thank you so much, really. I guess those were the right invocations, the right words. Good. I'm glad. That concludes our Reiki by Request session for today. I wanted to thank all the new followers for following. Welcome. I wanted to thank everyone who made a request today and gifted the pinned gift. Thank you so much to everybody who tapped the screen. We're at 64K likes, which is amazing. Thank you so much to everyone who shared in the chat. And thank you for joining me. I'll be live again on this channel on Monday, same time. You can check my profile to see my live stream times. Also, please check out my second account, which is an ASMR account, no Reiki. I'm new at ASMR. I'm just trying it out, and I love it so much. I love ASMR. You can find my second account at Evening Springtime ASMR. All right, I'll stick around. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Yes, I do, Joe. You can click on my profile picture and you can see all of my links are there for social media. And also, if anyone is interested in one-on-one distant Reiki, I do have several packages that I offer for individuals if you're interested in that. Thank you so much. I'll be live next on Monday on this account, and I'll be live tomorrow on my regular ASMR account, which is Evening Springtime ASMR. You're welcome. All right. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.